Hello, beautiful. Welcome to this little vlog. It's just a really short one, so stick around, grab a drink, and let's just catch up for 2 minutes. So, how are you? Let's start this one with a breath, shall we? Just while we're sitting together, just for a couple of minutes, drop your shoulders, let them drop down. Nice big breath in, into your belly. And let's just meet each other where we are. Just for a minute, quieten down the thoughts. Just allow everything to bubble away in the background. We're not taking any notice of that. You could just focus on the dappled sunlight that's peeping in through my window here. And just bring your focus to your center and to your breath. And allow yourself just for a moment to rest. Your jaw drop. Let everything just flop. Just for a minute. Because right now in the UK it's lunchtime-ish on Christmas Eve. So I'm guessing for many of you it's a little bit crazy. So the year is coming to an end. And I know we're going into the craziness of Christmas, etc., but it's slowing down, isn't it? And even though we've just had the solstice, whoop, brilliant solstice, getting rid of all that stuff. How did you find it? I found the new moon in that time quite different to regular new moons. Rather than a new beginning, it was very strong on the endings, wasn't it? It was very much a case of what do I want to let go of? What am I willing to release? What is no longer serving me? What patterns in behaviors and stuff like that? I found like stuff like that was coming up. And I think I've made some pretty good choices because sorry, I didn't mean to back the microphone. I'm painting. I don't want to speak too soon, but what serves me, I'm going to do more of that. What doesn't, I'm going to let some of that go. I don't know what that looked like for you. I'd love to know what that looks like for you. Could it be doom scrolling? Could it be people pleasing? Could it be self-sabotage or self-deprecation or just not loving yourself enough? Not taking care of the vessel, not taking care of your mind. I'm interested to hear if you've had thoughts like that as well over the last sort of week where you've been feeling a call to drop what doesn't serve you. And as we're coming to the year end, these are the questions I was going to ask. Because obviously we need to reflect, don't we, on the year that's been before we can move into the year that's coming. And even though I'm someone that's always stuck by New Year is in spring for me, it's at the spring equinox. It feels weird that New Year starts in the middle of winter, in the deepest, darkest time when our natural instinct is to hibernate. But this year, I don't know if it's because it's really mild because of global warming and stuff, with the sun shining so much. But I'm feeling a call to new and to renewal, probably as a result of that, the new moon that's just happened, etc. So I need to reflect on the year that's been and look for the learnings, look for the blessings, look for the things that help me to grow, and make decisions about what it is I want to bring into. I hope this light isn't too annoying for you. It's actually the sun is moving through a palm tree in my neighbour's garden. And it's just, I hope it's not annoying to you. I'm sorry if it is. So we need to reflect on where we've been in order to know where we're going. It's just really helpful. And it kind of, I actually saw this on a TikTok. Someone was saying how it settles the nervous system. And I hadn't put it, like I hadn't found the words. I hadn't to know that's what it is, but absolutely that's what it is. So by reflecting and knowing where we've been and letting all of that settle in us, we can then decide where we want to go in the future. So, in this TikTok, they actually wrote down the months of the year and then they wrote a little thing about each month. I mean, I can't remember what I did yesterday, so that's not going to really work for me. And I don't know if you remember, let me just go get something. Sorry, I'm trying not to edit my videos because I don't want to give myself extra layers of doing. And I want to try and encourage more normal life. So no fast edits, no quick transformations, because that isn't actually normal life. And it's confusing our brains as to what is normal and not normal. And then we're expecting ourselves to be able to accomplish things in super quick time and things not to be hard. And obviously, life is hard. Everything that's worth having is hard generally. That's why we're here. And so, oh man, I've gone down a tangent and I don't even want to cut this out because I don't want to do any editing. But anyway, I might do. But that's why I didn't even cut this bit where I went and walked to pick something up and you just stared in the background in silence. Hope that's okay for you. Anyway, last year I made this glimmer jar, right? And I thought I'd put in it every time something wonderful happened. I'd put in it. I got to about March, and it didn't have to be a big wonderful. It can be a small thing, like someone paid you a compliment, or you remember to pay a bill on time, or you replied to an email, or. But it was like when I'd spent time with somebody that I really enjoyed, something that really nourished me, or just lovely things, Anyway, I got about March, and then I forgot I even had the jar. It was on my shelf, but I just stopped seeing it, and so I didn't get that far in it. But I am going to be opening these on New Year's Eve, which is exciting, and I will try again next year because I think it's a really helpful thing. That might actually help me to remember what's happened this year, in order for me to kind of settle things down and to move forward. I don't know if you're able to do that. Are you the sort of person that can remember what you've done? Do you have diaries? Can you look back at photographs? That's one of the ways I do it as well. I'm a big photograph taker, so it helps me to, well, iPhone photographs. It helps me to pace life because I don't really have a very good concept of time at all. I generally don't know how old I am or what year it is even. And oftentimes we'll be driving home from somewhere and I don't know what house we're going to because I've forgotten momentarily where I live. I don't know if that's a neurodiverse thing or just a me thing. Anyway, write down what's happened, what you're grateful for, how things have gone. Do the exercise because I don't know if you're like me. I have all these ideas and I think they're really wonderful, and then I don't do it, or I don't complete them, or I go, "Oh yeah, that's good," and it's almost like in my mind I've done it, but I haven't. And going through the processes, allowing all parts of your system, because there's one thing mentally knowing something, but other parts of your body, the inner child, all the etheric bodies, blah blah. They all need to go through that process, and sometimes just doing something mentally, it doesn't happen. So everything's kind of all over the place. It's not uniform and kind of settled. Do that before you start working on the new year. Anyway, lastly, let me just have a sip of my drink. Have a sip of your drink. Join in together. I'm not editing this out. How cute is my cup? I've really gone into all of that now. Like, kid stuff makes me happy. The end. Where was I going? Sorry, I did have to cut that thing because we had a knock at the door. So that wasn't my intention. I just thought, wouldn't it be good if we could rehearse some kind of get out phrases? So, for example, someone just turns up at your door, or you've got the visitors that you've planned or whatever else. Oh, it's lovely to see you. Just so you know, I've got something planned at 3. Leave it at that. That something planned might be napping. It might be laying down in a dark room. It might be going for a walk by yourself. It's still important and it's still valuable and needs to be honored, right? So it's okay to put those things in for yourself. So, oh, just so you know, I've got something planned at this time. Or if you're in a busy setting and you're around somebody else's house and you can't get home, you can't leave, whatever, but I'm just going to go and take some time to myself. I just need 5. Or if they're doing something you don't particularly like, if it's very noisy, or if there's, I don't know, foodstuffs that you can't tolerate. I'm kind of speaking to the neurodivergent community here, probably, mostly, or the hypersensitive people. Excuse yourself, advocate for yourself. Don't betray yourself for somebody else's feelings during this Christmas and New Year time. Don't betray yourself. Your inner self, your inner child, all the parts of you are relying on you being a really good parent, and a carer. And you need to be that for yourself because no one else is going to do it, right? Because even if other people really love you, they just won't know what you need like you know. So please, please advocate for yourself and state your needs. Don't worry about how you think other people are going to feel because you can't possibly know what other people are going to feel and think about things. You don't know if it's going to hurt their feelings. So just do what you need to do. Be kind about it. Be thoughtful and gracious. Don't just go, God, that stinks. If they're cooking something you don't like, just excuse yourself from the space. Or, oh, wow, your kids are so noisy. No, I'm just going to take 5 minutes quiet time, right? Advocate for yourself. Look after yourself. It's really important. Right, look, I'm going to go because it's 11 minutes and I didn't need for it to be this long. So, deep breath, lovelies. Let me know what you're doing for Christmas, how you're going to advocate for yourself, how you're going to love yourself more. It's nice to connect here. I don't really connect very much in real life, apart from my very close family and like 2 friends. So, and that's only via my phone. I don't see people in real life generally. So it's really nice to have a community online. So if you did fancy saying hello in the comments, that would be really nice. You don't need to. Do what serves you. But all the usuals, likes and shares or whatever. And if there's anything valuable or of value for you in this video, then please tell a friend. Tell a friend how to settle in their systems and how to advocate for themselves. Because we all need to practice that voice. I think it's the way that everything's going to change, just slowly, these tiny little movements of self-advocacy and calling out when things aren't right. Yeah. So take care. Have a blessed week, however that looks for you, however you celebrate or not, whatever happens this week. Look after yourselves. Lots of love. Ciao.